Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Friday, June 10th, 2022. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Scores of people lined the streets of Charlestown on Friday, June 10th to witness the Child Month Parade, the first to be held in Nevis in the last 3 years, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic. This year's theme was Recycle, Save the Earth for Our Children's Future. And in keeping with the theme, children from all of the island's early childhood centers showcased creative costumes made with recyclable materials. The 2022 Child Month Parade, led by Premier and Senior Minister of Education, the Honourable Mark Brantley, his cabinet of ministers and officials of the Ministry of Education, commenced on Old Hospital Road and made its way through Main Street, Charlestown, culminating at the El Camino T. Willett Park. Here are some highlights. Child Month in Nevis commenced with an address by Junior Minister of Education, the Honourable Troy Liburd, and the launch of the Prince and Princess pageant on June 1st. The remaining activities include Dancing Stars at the Nevis Performing Arts Centre on June 15th, V&J's Children's Matinee on June 21st, Meet the Education Officials and Fun Day on June 23rd, Child Month Parade in St. Kitts on June 24th, Prince and Princess pageant on June 29th, and the final activity is a Recycle Day on June 30th, 2022. In recognition of its 50th anniversary celebration, the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union is hosting an essay competition for secondary school students between Forms 1 and 3 under the topic, For the past 50 years, the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union has had a significant impact on our community. How do you think it can serve you better in the future? The prizes are as follows. First place, 500 EC dollars, second place 375 EC dollars, and third place 250 EC dollars. Each student's essay must offer a clear and innovative vision of how the credit union can serve the community in the future. It must be free of grammar, sentence structure, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. It must be typewritten in Times New Roman with size 12 font, 1.5 spacing, and be no less than 1,000 words. Each submission must include a well-organized cover page containing the topic of the essay as well as students' name, age, and school. Participants are expected to submit their entries via hard copy directly to the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union's building in Charlestown or via email to karen.evelyn@neviscreditunion.com and jd.keynes@neviscreditunion.com. The deadline for submission is Monday, July 4th, 2022. For further information on the competition, contact the Nevis Credit Union at 469-5634. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has updated its advisory for travelers to St. Kitts and Nevis, putting the Federation at level 3 for a high level of COVID-19 in the country. The update on the CDC website encourages travelers to make sure they are up to date with their COVID-19 vaccines before traveling to St. Kitts and Nevis. It advised that if you are not up to date with your COVID-19 vaccines, avoid travel to St. Kitts and Nevis. This advisory does not change travel requirements for visiting the Federation, and all entry protocols remain the same. This change to the CDC advisory followed a call from the Ministry of Health for persons to be vigilant during the holiday weekend, as it has recorded a spike in cases, specifically more than 140 positive cases in a 2-week period. The ministry is urging everyone to follow the established protocols to prevent the spread of the virus, including hand sanitization, wearing of masks in public places, and social distancing whenever possible. The Department of Environment in St. Kitts, in collaboration with Taiwan ICDF Technical Mission, will be on the island of Nevis on Saturday, June 11th, to launch a recycling campaign. The aim is to encourage divisions to get into the practice of reducing, reusing, and recycling waste. A similar launch took place in St. Kitts on Saturday, June 4th, in recognition of World Environment Day, which was observed on Sunday, June 5th. As it was in St. Kitts, members of the general public are encouraged to bring all clean plastic bottles and metal cans to the pop-up shop at Delta Petroleum, where the top 10 contributors by weight can win valuable prizes. Conservation Officer Lynelle Bonaparte, during her June 8th appearance on Working for You, said the Department of Environment is hopeful that the drive will encourage the habit of saving plastic bottles. There are incentives to encourage that behavior, and hopefully people see it as fun and join and volunteer. The conservation officer added that once the project ends, it is hoped that people will continue to recycle without compensation and see the importance and all of the environmental, economic, and social benefits and value to the country. Namayomba Gonela of the Solid Waste Management Corporation said the recycling initiative in St. Kitts and Nevis is becoming more popular. The recycling movement is something in which a lot of people in the Federation are already involved, including high schools, environmental clubs, and groups such as Clean Seas, who have always been a part of the initiative. She says the Solid Waste Management Corporation now has space so that on certain days it can have plastic and can waste collected and properly disposed of at the landfill, bailed out and shipped off the island. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis was represented recently at the 9th Summit of the Americas in California, USA, by the resident ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to the United States of America, Her Excellency Dr. Thelma Philip Brown, and counselor and alternate representative of St. Kitts and Nevis to the Organization of American States, OAS, Mrs. Sonia Boddy Thompson. The June 6th to 10th summit, hosted by the United States government under the theme Building a Sustainable, Resilient, and Equitable Future was held at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. On June 8th, a welcome address was delivered by U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris. U.S. President Joseph R. Biden, in delivering the feature address, later stated, "It's my honor to host our fellow leaders from throughout the hemisphere for the 9th Summit of the Americas, at a moment when we need more cooperation, common purpose, and transformative ideas. There has never been a greater need than today. We do not always agree on everything, but because we are democracies, we work through our disagreements with mutual respect and dialogue." President Biden also used the occasion to announce some recently launched and upcoming U.S. initiatives that will benefit countries in this hemisphere. Earlier today, we announced a new America Health Corp with 50,000 public health and medical professionals being trained in the region over the next 5 years, declared Biden, to help strengthen our health systems throughout the hemisphere. In the next few days, we will be rolling out another new initiative created in cooperation with many of your countries. It includes the U.S.-Caribbean Partnership to address the climate crisis, which Vice President Harris will lead for our country, the president said. The summit is the only hemispheric meeting that brings together leaders, foreign ministers, and senior government officials from North, Central, and South America and the Caribbean, and provides a platform for them to address shared challenges and opportunities. Since the first summit in Miami in 1994, the gathering has been held approximately every 3 years in a different country in the Americas. This was the second time the United States hosted the summit, in partnership with the Organization of American States. In the margins of this summit, 3 other key fora were held simultaneously. These were the 9th Civil Society Forum, the 6th Young Americas Forum, and the 4th CEO Summit of the Americas. And that's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.